What other questions you got? I like this. This is fun.
I have a hard time explaining to clients, like, I'm like, you got to give them structure, you got to give them discipline. And they're just like, but
What does that mean?
yeah. And like, like keep them off the couch. And they're like, but they want to.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm having trouble navigating through that whole, like,
Oh, I want to attack this. This is
Go
a good
ahead.
one. I love this
Yeah.
one. Generally, dog owners only want to ask their dogs to do stuff when they're being bad. The badness, if we were going to like quantify it, it's probably like 0.5 of the day. Maybe 1% of the day the dog's being bad or unruly. But bad is defined as it's a dog who's being annoying, destructive, or aggressive, right? This is what bad means. And so what tends to happen is the dog's able to spend 99% of his day not be having any direction, not having any guidance. The problem with this type of relationship is that you end up becoming a warden. You end up becoming the person that the dog only hears from when he's in trouble, right? And mind you, there's the other half of the spectrum, which, they're constantly praising their dogs for the wrong things and loving them and schmoozing them and spoiling them and doing all of that stuff too, right? But there's these two sides of the coin, right? You're either yelling at your dog all the time or your dog can do nothing wrong, right? Both relationships yield a confused or spoiled dog.
What does it mean to structure a dog?
I think it all kind of ties in. Like, if you want your dog to sit, then when you want it to, then I think it's their whole day. When they wake up, what are they doing? They live in a world where they don't know what's going on. They don't know how to make their own decisions. So guiding them towards, like, now is playtime, now is walk time, now is rest time. I think giving them that general structure will lead to them, like, alleviating that stress. They don't have to worry about all these decisions.
So the way you explained that just now tells me that you know what you're talking about. I think it's one of those things that maybe you don't know that you know, but just that information there. I break it down to owners like this. When we talk about training a dog, the overall for training, again, there's obedience, but then there's relationship, there's socialization, there's routine, there's genetics. What Brent was explaining about how it's structure, the purpose of structure is to exercise that sort of understanding of the relationship. Hey, dad loves you very much.
Expectations.
Right. Like, we love you and we're going to do everything for you and everything else. But when I ask, I need you to listen. So when you're explaining things to an owner, the simple way is listen. If I ask you for now, just for the time being, to crate your dog for an hour an evening when you're all home and he hears you home, if these rules feel pointless to you, the reason why I'm having you do them is very simple. I'm just giving you opportunities to practice structure.